well, I was going to say morning, or just whatever it is in wherever you are right now. I wanted to try and take you along and like share things that are more current, recent, so that I can kind of keep up with that, and then maybe in retrospect talk about the other things. So, and one thing I noticed was, like, when I just like walk, I actually happen to move the camera faster than I think, and so I was gonna try and like move it more slowly, because once I happened to just be filming like some blossoms, and it actually looked better because it was just sharper and just like better. You could keep up more easily. So, what I want to share with you today are actually two dreams. I'm gonna start with the one of today. So, like this morning, or like, I guess some call it last night. I was gonna like say tonight, I guess, but like, whatever, before I woke up this morning. So, there were more parts to the dream, and it's funny, and I've been watching these like adoption stories and the twins from not only different mothers, but with a completely different skin tone from completely different parts of the world, or like with ancestors from there, and who were upset that people tried to tell them they were not twins, because to them they were twins, and they're like, we are one soul, we have almost the same birthday, we are so similar, we are best friends, this is why we are twins, and people don't believe us. Which is so cool to like, take it from that angle of the other people are wrong, who try to tell you you can't be one soul, or you can't be twins, and you can't be like soul twins. I guess we have a word called soulmate. But anyway, I suppose the dream seemed a bit fueled with like impressions from those videos, because basically it included an African child, and oh my god, I can't forget the dream now. Like, I just remember the child was crying. So it was being handed, and I can't remember if I was the mother, like the mother to be. I think I was gonna adopt the child, or I don't know if that was the woman I saw in the dream. I think she was the lady from the orphanage, I guess. Or like, sometimes it's so hard to explain dreams, because in your sleeping mind a lot more things make sense that in real life wouldn't really either not make sense or not be so defined. But anyway, they were like, I don't know if it was just an onlooker or really in the dream, something like that. And anyway, what the point was, the African child was being handed, I think, or something like it was being handed to me, and then was being handed back to the woman, or like away from me, and then like, and the child was smiling, but then it was like, because it was actually being handed. Oh my gosh, there's a fox right there. Hi, fox. Hello, fox. Hi. I don't know about this. Hey, my gosh, do you think that's the like effects of the lockdown and the whole changes that you can't go out, so nature is being left alone more? As you can see, these full plants like everywhere, which is so cool. And then this guy right here, just being comfortable, being like out on the grass in the middle of the day. I've never seen that before. But also, every time it always reminds me when I see a fox. Oh no, I don't want to like, show him off. Stay here. Okay, don't. Come here, friend. Oh my gosh, I don't know if he was in frame, sorry. Because like I was looking at the fox, I can't look at the same time at the camera. I was just thinking, I don't know if like you're filming because you want to report something else, but then something else is happening, I don't know. So maybe things will need to fall to the wayside, but then like at least I put them out that energy, and at least I know them, and like if anyone has a question about it, I will have something to say, and also like maybe they can learn it elsewhere, from elsewhere. Here you can see these full bushes, plants, trees, you know. Every time I see a fox, that's what I meant. It reminds me of that one video where I saw the fox. Oh, we saw the fox. You were with me. Like, in my mind you already were, but I want to put the video out so you can be. This fox guy, he was there and it was like almost representative of something scary, dark, like the wolf, because, well, I guess we don't have wolves here, so I suppose the fox was who taught us, or like what did do him. But anyway, oh Christ. Back to my dream. I don't know what that meant, but it's interesting. And it always reminds me of that doll, and I just think, I don't know, is there something? But maybe that's just, I don't know, it's just so cool though, that he's just like, that's what nature would do, and like, it seems like something that we always want, that we would like it if animals trusted us, but we're so used to them not coming out and things. Like, that's such a cool effect though, of people kind of having stayed at home more. I know there's downsides obviously to everything, and I'm like, I'm not being cynical, you know. I just chose to like look at the positives because I felt better, and it felt like I could handle this time. And it explained why God let it happen. Again, I can't speak for him, but you know. And somebody told us that who does, or like who knows Christ, so it came out. That's what the initial realization came from, like, hey, there is something good in it, there could be something good in it even in this. And the more I looked at it, the more I saw. But anyway, oh, I said I was gonna walk more slowly. Here we are. Here we have been for 5 minutes, and not even having started the dream, and already talking. Not even having started the dreams. Oh wait, I didn't. But it's kind of just like, I wish I could just like film the dream, which doesn't work. So, ooh, hello guy. Little guy, hello. Hi snail. See, slow. Taking our time. To live our lives. Yeah, the world has really slowed down though, hasn't it? And this whole lockdown thing. Well, to some it's become more hectic, I guess. But really has slowed down. I don't know if these two are trying to tell me something I'm overlooking, because he's back. All I need to do is just step away. Hey, fox. I don't know if you can see him. Well, he must be. Here he is. Very small, tiny. In frame anyways. Yo, fox. Sup? Isn't that, oh my god, it is so cool. Imagine though, like, nature's back, like, it's cool. And sometimes it seemed like the moment I was filming, even if I was trying to say something, report something that had already happened, I was like, God, I'm trying to utilize that opportunity, or that, like, the fact that I picked up the camera and took the time to do this, to put through something new. And so it just feels like so out of the ordinary that maybe it could mean something, but I also, like, what if I haven't captured what it is? But at least it's on camera, we can talk about it. If there's anything more, I realize later. But also maybe it's just like to show, like, nature's back. Nature came out, you know, after we left the earth alone for just a little while. And the changes are really so cool. Hey, fox. But every time, remember that video, the fox, it left? And so I'm like, every time I see a fox, I'm like, dude, is like anything else back? I'm like, why is the fox back? But it might just mean something new, isn't it? I'm just like, I don't know, can't forget that moment. It's a very significant, cool moment. It left, it disappeared. Step into the light. Ask the help of the Lord, and darkness will disappear. Here he is. Hi, Foxy. You okay? Isn't that so, like, I've seen, and this is even funny and interesting, that foxes went through, like, backyards in the UK, because that doesn't happen in Germany. But the fact that, I don't don't want to over talk it because I don't know what to say. Oh, don't tell me he disappeared again. It's like, this human is still here. I don't want her. Like, when do you ever see, but like in a park like this in the middle of the day? No, that doesn't happen. So how beautiful the earth can actually look and become, and it has already begun to become, just by leaving it alone for, you know, it would seem like a really short period of time. I would have thought that, I don't know, that it would take like a really long time for the earth to recover, but nature has always like regenerated itself, be it our bodies, be it, you know. And I guess I'm gonna get back to the dream, but another thought I had was, it is really kind of nonsensical to assume that since we are kind of, well, I mean, not made of earth, but like we came from this earth, we came from nature, that nature itself wouldn't provide whatever you need. Even if you imagine a baby being in a mom's body, it has everything it needs. It gets through, well, obviously the mom eats, but like, it's just kind of a comparison, metaphor. But well, I hope I've slowed down a little bit. But you know, anyway, whatever this was meant to tell us, maybe we can have the realization later. Even if some viewer views it, even if I didn't say, if it was meant to come through, if it needed to come through, it could like still come through. Like they could have a realization of it later, I suppose. I don't know. I have felt all along that people had expectations on me. I'm realizing it could just be me thinking that. I thought this, you know, but here's the beautiful water mirroring the sky. I'd learned about that too. It just really does not make the sense we thought it makes to think that something that we need on this earth, you know, being like living or like inhabitants of this planet, having sprung from nature, I like to say, that even though you could talk about that more, that we obviously God created us, and like in this world we sprung from nature, to think that nature wouldn't be the answer, that there would be something that nature couldn't provide for us that we need to thrive and to be okay, and for healing and everything, to replenish. And so we looked in all these places except for like right here, you know, like, I mean, not literally, but right in front of our eyes is this beautiful planet, is nature, and it really doesn't make sense to think that there's anything that can't be healed. And it regenerated itself in such a short period of time since like the lockdown began. So a little reminder, I guess. And I thought I could keep it concise and just stick to the dreams, but the fox and the snail throw me off. I don't know what they're trying to tell me. But whenever it comes to mind, then I will, because I feel like that's a cool expression, because like it's already there, but it comes to mind when we have that, I suppose we call it like realizations, and when we begin to understand what it was really, we catch up. So, right. I feel like there was something more I wanted to say about. One, it seems like it doesn't make sense to think that it's anything that can't heal. With nutrition, even like, oh yeah, obviously the point that for that to kind of reap the benefits of it, or, you know, enjoy that, we also need to take care of Earth back and really like treat it, give it what it needs, really. I want to say her almost, because I feel like it underlines the point more. And really, if we allow the earth to replenish, it will allow us to replenish. It will give us what we need to like either replenish or rebuild our bodies, give the nutrition we need. So if we deplete the soil, how can it give us the nutrition that we need? It's like, that's good for us. That's good for us. I don't know. I'm not hitting the tone the way I thought it, because that was a thought from a few days ago, but I think 2. But it's still true in the words, like, it's good for us, like, you know. Why are we acting like it's not good for us? How is depleting better for us when we eventually run out from it, what we need? Right. Anyways, back to the dreams. So this boy was happy, but then it was I had watched this video. It was like this boy was happy, like, I mean, he was an orphan, but then he was happy to be loved by, I think, this woman or this orphanage, but like by someone, or I think he was handed to me, and then the lady took him back, and he thought I didn't want him. Oh, it was like this. He thought I didn't want him. It was like he began smiling because he learned love, that somebody was there who loved him, and then he was handed back though. But it was only, I think I had to like fill out some paperwork or something. That's back in the dream, by the way, in case that was confusing or something. But like, it's in the dream. So that I took. It's time to adopt him, and then he began crying again, bawling his eyes out, and I was like, I wanted him to be happy so badly, so bad, and like, I thought that he would be so happy to have a mom, and he thought that I didn't want him anymore, so then he like, I don't know if he, oh, no, he didn't, he couldn't like walk, but left, or even, I don't know, because I didn't see the end of the dream, but like, that it was kind of, like, he thought I didn't want him, so he didn't want me anymore, like, because, you know, when you like already went through a significant loss and you lost your parents, it was almost like he, you know, borderline too much to ask to trust again, because you came to the orphanage, you thought people take care of you, loved you, then they were going to give you to, you know, in the dream it was me, give him to me, and then being taken back, it was like, that person doesn't want me, that person doesn't, etc. But like, I seen him smile, and I wanted him to smile again, and it was like, I don't know, because it was like, it's a dream, you know, so like, it was a part that I think I didn't dream, is like, but wanted to do and then woke up or something. It was like, I don't know if I took him in his arms, but it was like, I wanted to take him in his arms, I wanted to take him back and make him smile, like, teach him, like, let him learn to smile again. And then by the time I woke up and I was like unhappy, I made a boy cry. I know it's like my dream, but I was like, no. And then I prayed about it, and then again, then I feel like the words God told me are like so overused that like instantly like discredit. Like, I don't have other words for it, but you know, like what I feel like came through. Anyway, I just felt in the end, like after praying, that the focus shifted on the smiling, and he did smile in the end. Wait a second, what am I talking about? That was the other dream. Oh, sorry, I was gonna, oh, okay. That was the first dream. I thought I was gonna tell you the second dream first. That was the first dream. Well, anyway, maybe that's how it's meant to be. Cool. So the first dream, it happened like this. And then this was like, how does that, okay, add up. Okay, so, and I woke up and then like, I think I must have dreamed it though, that he ended up smiling again, but the focus shifted on the fact that he smiled again when he was with me, and I held him in his arms, and then he was happy and like moved on. I finally had a mom, and it was like the focus shifted onto that after praying about it. I'm gonna say God taught me, because that sounds like he taught me that, like, I don't know, it just kind of feels like, and the initial thought was, at least the story had a happy ending, and then now I remember the smile, and I love that too. And like, and I posted it on Facebook that morning, and also what's cool is I hope to get into that rhythm of like maybe being on Facebook in the morning, putting some good things out in the morning, and then I still can, you know, have the energy or like live my day, but I already gave something positive out in the morning on Facebook. let's see how this will. It's just like, it's not a promise, but like it's been working for the last 2 days, and it felt really balanced. It's really good. Right. But the next thing was, I was going to tell you that, because when this journey started, like, the most strong epiphanies, like, in the morning, I would, like, wake up at 4:30 or 5, and, like, think these things, they have these epiphanies, and, like, or the first one, when I first noticed, like, I knew what my dream meant, like, bam. So, even when I feel less, I don't know how to put this, energetic or less connected to life, but still, like, now when I think something early in the morning, the first thing I think, especially when it relates to the dream, I kind of have come to trust it because of those initial, like, moments. It's like, even if I'm not as close to love as I want to be, I always kind of think that's the remnants of that still come through, whatever would come through stronger. So, like, I trusted, and then I was like, I went with that, you know, and I posted on Facebook. And I realized the relation to how I was feeling in life and where I was at. But, you know, yeah, at least the story has a happy ending. And really, remember to smile. These are such exotic birds that don't actually, like, belong here, but now they do. It's funny because it fits right in. Well, I don't know the word for it, heimisch, but in German it's like, well, being, I guess, local, I guess. But I don't know, it's not really local when you talk about animals. You guys will know what I mean, probably, especially the native speakers, but you still got surprised to see these exotic birds here, but they still belong here. They live here now. Right, should I take this path? Because this is not the best path. I think I had a bad experience with this path once. Actually, it's so dumb. I just want to see something new because I've walked this park for so long. No, often. Since the lockdown, mommy. The mud is the first. No, I won't go, like, all the way, but I'll just walk here and you can see more plants. Back to the other topic. How come I make videos, like, so long with, like, sometimes words ripen within you, and when you have them you can, like, repeat them, but I don't know. I apologize if there's anything in that, at least, like, everything that did need to get said was in the video. But also, that's cool, like, change my outlook there. Look back on the happy ending. Which is, like, funny because when I said I don't know how to explain it to you because dream logic, but when I while explaining, wasn't sure if, like, almost like I was allowed to say that it was in the dream or wasn't in the dream, because it's like this whole, I feel like I found my happy ending while waking up and while understanding the dream, and because when my focus shifted to the happy ending of the story and remembering to smile. So it's almost like the dream wasn't finished. Like, the dream finished, like, it's like there was a happy ending in the dream, or would have been, when the boy found a smile again and held me in his arms, or him, but it's like I hadn't finished dreaming it, and it's almost like I finished dreaming it, except it was real when that moment happened. Like, I hope that makes sense. And I also still hope that if there's anything in there that God would want me to mention, I hope I don't miss out on it, and the other way around, if there's something too much. But it's about finding a balance, I guess. Like, I don't want to say it wasn't in the dream, because, like, it was in the dream, but I feel like, I don't know, it feels like both. You guys know this, so there's, like, things in dreams that sometimes you can't explain, like, with waking logic as well, or I don't know if you have words that differentiate it, because It's most, I don't know, it's not something, I mean, we do talk about dreams, but mostly we talk about things in our waking life. I don't know. Yeah, like new plants, like the middle of the pathway. I mean, I don't walk this path so often, so I don't know. Actually, I haven't. I did twice by mistake and just regret it, only because like it doesn't really lead. You have to like walk through, like, I don't know, just like there was no point in walking through there. Not beneficial. The area looks dodgy behind it. Here is fine. So yeah, I think because this video is already 20 minutes, I got caught up. Yes, I did, even while talking, and I got caught up here, and now I'll have to hold this camera. Sorry about that. Will this work? Because I want to get unstuck. I really do want to get unstuck. Yay! Done. Sorry for the focus not being up to scratch. But like, that's the main thing, like getting things out. And a lot of times things happen that actually like fit in like really well symbolically, with what is happening in my life. So yeah, I was thinking about, I was gonna put this in another video, but I was thinking like about money and things. I also been thinking about sometimes, you know, I used to think, and I used to judge myself too back in the day before this journey started. Hi, duck. I don't scare you. Come back. You see maybe a video and you maybe see, if you see the thumbnail or whatever, like you just see a person walking through a park and filmed it. And when you actually watch this, when you hear the things, and then when the things like make sense to you, like relate to your life, is when you're like, oh yeah, that's totally true and stuff. So I once said it, or wanted to say, I think I was filming it at that time, but I remember that at a bus stop. But anyway, I was thinking, I know really nice stuff like professional equipment, but I don't want to not do this for if I'm not there yet, or like I didn't feel like that's what it was about. When I realized that was kind of a cool relief, that the same, like it's not about money, it's also about not having to look like anything, or like not having to look perfect and seem perfect on camera, but actually just like not being perfect, but allowing life to show us how perfect it already is, and it's allowing it to happen. It's like letting life be, which is like what the plants are doing, because they're coming out everywhere, isn't it? And so yeah, I really do hope that you guys and whoever else will be watching this will be like, you know, like we'll have a look at these anyway, so they can take away from what they needed, as opposed to thinking, this video doesn't look, you know, as interesting. Like some things can look interesting from the outside, but then you find out what you were watching was nonsense, for example. And you know, maybe one day I could make custom thumbnails, but like as long as it just gets out, that'll be great. I wanted to kind of go this way. I think I was moving camera so fast again. So yeah, it relates to something. I was thinking about money. Now I feel like it fits right in, and I could just like keep talking, but then this video will be very long again. I don't know if that was like, oops. Just like, kind of like got arranges like this, and then no, I'm just like thinking, am I mentioning it? But yeah, but maybe stopping here, and then I could kind of really think it's, well, I've thought it through, but really kind of like prepare myself to like remind myself, like I know what I'm saying. What is this? What kind of a bird is that? Because that one looks really big. Even though that looks like a crow, it looks really big. Oh, there's another one in this tree. An exotic birdie. So interesting. Yeah, I've been thinking, but I also wanted to look like the other dream. I don't know, because I don't really personally mind, and with the themes, it still kind of seems that you can't really cut off one theme completely from the other. Because I was just about to say and kept the sentence in that this is how life relates to it. I was gonna say each other, but like itself, but like all the themes are like intertwined or interwoven, or like more like one begins, like another one begins where the old one ends, or so off a bit like that. Transcendence, you know. And I don't know if you guys are likely to watch long videos when you don't know what's in it yet, so it's like almost like you have to listen to it first and then you know the value of what's been said. And I don't know if like I wouldn't want people to like be deterred or like look at the number of how long it is and then think, oh, I don't want to be like, not even give themselves a chance to like find out if there's something in it, or could be something in it that they might have really needed. So that's like my only thoughts. Well, if you see me standing here thinking, I might as well begin. But also it could be like a really good, just like, what is it? Transition to the next video. Ooh, it's starting to rain again, and I was more comfortable with. It had just kind of stopped. Oh, this is because like the other day, remember, like straight away. You know how it always rains in movies when there's like a war or like a sad scene? And when I was feeling not good, straight away rain. And it was not meant to stop for the whole week, but we've had some sun in the mornings, which was good, or some like not rain, so I missed the morning one, but like opportunity. But ooh, hey, I'll stand on here and I'll be kind of shielded, and it looks pretty how the light comes through. Yay! It's like eyes. I've always thought that as a kid. Eyes on trees. That's what they say in the Lord of the Rings. The trees have eyes here. No, but this is really comfortable. I am thinking, because we learned so much about heritage. And when I say we, I mean you and me, because I feel like when I learn, and then whoever looks at this, if they're learning, then like they're also learning, so we're like both learning, even if maybe we're not 100% simultaneously, but like, anyway, about heritage, that's what people would have done back in the day, I guess. Before we had umbrellas and all that. I don't know how long this will hold up until it comes through here too, but so far so good. Maybe not for long, in which case I will switch out the camera and then you'll just know it'll just fit right in with the like money. Because I'd been hoping, like at the beginning, I thought it was kind of almost be like simultaneously, and then like, if I upload every day, and then if that was like a seamless, what do you call it? Seamless transition, right? Yeah, a seamless transition. Then people will kind of pick up on that, it picks up where right where it left off, like yesterday. But anyway, they would have stood under like branches, or like maybe have a cave, and like we always think, I can't go out because it's rain. I'm standing here, I was just like thinking, like, you totally can. You can stand under a tree. Cool, okay, like the longer you wait, the more in actuality, but it isn't like nature, our true home didn't give us any shelter. We've gone so used to housing. And shelters being where you really belong. Oh, I learned something about losing yourself. That was the second dream. And that's where that fits right in too. I think I will do 2 other videos. One for the dream and one for the money. And there was another thing on shock. Oh my god, there's so much. I thought it could be like so fast. Not recounting it. Not really. Not as much. Okay, well, I mean, obviously it was more of an example for us to really think about it. Oh, it stopped raining. Oh, should I just tell you? What do I do? Because in my mind it's quite quick and I can just quickly mention it, but then like I know like probably from experience, like once I begin start talking, it actually takes way longer than I think every time. So maybe I'll see you in the next one, but it's not goodbye. Many folks, they came from wolves, didn't they? We changed everything. We came so far away from our true nature. Cool. So, well, thank you for your attention. I do hope you will go to the next part and like watch that too, cause it'll just only make more sense what I just began to say. Hope I'm not doing this wrong or making the wrong choice, but at least I'll have made a choice. Better make one that's none and just keep standing here and the video will be long anyway. Then at least the essence was there. It had some, what do you call it to it? Some essence to it. Something. Righto. Well, I almost want to say goodbye because I feel like I'll be seeing you in a second, hopefully. But till then, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Love to hear what you thought. I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments, etc. Same thing I always tell you. And I'll see you in hopefully a second. Bye!